We'll welcome our first speaker shortly, who is Angela Jiang Leyi from S2. And now, let's hear her out.
Well, hi guys. My name is Angela from S2C1. And, well, it's my great honor standing here. And since I kind of don't feel like telling you directly what kind of class that I want to discuss in the next 5 minutes, so let's start with a leading question. Have you ever wondered about the surname Smith? No, okay. Well, far from being ordinary and mundane, the name Smith dates back to the Middle Ages, when occupations such as blacksmith, locksmith, and shoesmith became synonymous with a person's identity. And at that time, such occupations tended to recur within generations. But we all know that how people's employment works today is mostly different. And jobs are not merely a source of income, but also reflect our self-esteem, self-recognition, and self-worth. Well, the tendency when we first meet a person might be to introduce ourselves by saying, "Oh, I'm an engineer," or "I work in investment banking," which might be followed by another question. What do you do? I mean, this job obsession has existed for such a long time that it has become the totem of our society. But when confronted with the dilemma of losing your job, what effect would that have on you? Well, obviously, it would certainly make the next conversation you have with someone rather awkward. Our identities are so heavily connected with our jobs that losing them will more than likely result in losing a part of ourselves. And an identity quake is inevitable, but not irreparable. As we all know, identity relates to the sense of self, and each of our identities is governed by unique traits of character, behavior, and personality. Sigmund Freud, the notable neurologist, once argued that the two great wellspring of mental health are love and work. Which prompts me to ask, what do jobs provide people with? Well, you may say, an income. Well, possibly, that's partially correct. But more than that, a chance for people to gain affirmation, to enhance their self-image, and to bolster their self-identity. When completing a task successfully, our ability is affirmed, is it not? And when interacting with our colleagues, do we not get a better sense of our own worth? Our validation is complete. Yet, if we lose our jobs, fault lines and fractures shake us out of sorts, and soon our sense of who we are dissipates and leaves us bereft and drifting at sea. Well, nobody wants to lose their dream job, but we're all subject to life's ups and downs. When the economy crashes and it's on its knees, job losses are inevitable. But there's always a bounce back. Remember the famous line in Shakespeare's Hamlet, "Whether 'tis nobler in a mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing end them." Well, a dose of German current song lyrics should also do the trick, which is pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again. Well, the key is to maintain that mirroring or reflection and sustain our self-image. To affirm our ability, we should find something else apart from work that can make us fulfilled. For example, like our hobbies investing in our work always makes us forget about the things that truly matter. So why not just find something else that can provide us with a sense of spark? Also, our interactions with colleague friends and family members will help provide us with a better balance and a sense of self. More than that, if you find your self-image blank, vague, and blurred, and unable to retain it, why not just let go of this security net and create a new picture? I mean, we should rebrand our narratives when rebranding ourselves. We should stop addressing ourselves in the past titles and be boastful of our past experiences. What I want to say is, be bold. Do not be afraid to start from nothing. And it is only during this time do we really get a chance to think about who we are and what we want our lives to be like. So to end my speech, I also want to end my speech with another question, which is, I believe everybody faces this question in their childhood. That is, what do you want to be in the future? And by default, we think we should name a job, right? And people always praise the kids who answer that they want to be doctors, lawyers, astronauts, or scientists. But what I want to say here is that this question can be and should be answered more diversely. There are far more words that can fill in this blank. And we're far more than just a vague title. Jobs are neither who we are nor what we are worth. There are far more possibilities than that. And this job obsession should not be reinforced in education of younger generations. So next time, when you ask a child the same question, be glad if he says something other than a noble occupation. Be glad even if he says something that you think is crazy. Well, a dinosaur, for example. That's the answer given by my 6-year-old younger cousin. Thank you for listening.